guys look great. How about those students? How good they looking, huh? Don't you guys think we should dress like this every day? No, plain old no, huh? Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Utica City School District and the John F. Kennedy School community, I would like to welcome everybody. Students, faculty, staff, administration, Board of Education members, family, friends, and loved ones, to the third of 4 moving up ceremonies today. This afternoon we will recognize and honor 55 students as they complete their 8th grade education and become members of the John F. Kennedy class of 2021. This is the first event on school grounds in nearly a year and a half, and we are very happy that you're here with us. Nobody would have thought 3 months ago that we would even be here today, so we're extremely happy that you're here. I'm Mr. Clark, I'm the principal at JFK. I just would also like to introduce the people on the stage here. From our district administration, we have Mrs. Albanese, Ms. Mraz, and from our Board of Education, Mr. Lulapolo. Before we begin, I'd just like to give thanks to a few people. First, to our superintendent of schools, Mr. Karam, along with all of our board members, Mr. Lulapolo, who's behind me, Mr. Salatino, Mr. Hobaika, Mr. Dawes, Mr. Cardillo, Mr. Anthony Lapola, and Mrs. Padula, along with the district administration, for their oversight, guidance, and support of all of our school programming this year. Give them a round of applause if you would. Not an easy year for anybody. Thank you to all of our JFK faculty and staff for the support of our students this year, including all people involved in the planning and setup of this event, including Mr. Ferraro, Mr. Hajar, our maintenance staff, office staff, and staff members assisting with the events today. Give them a round of applause if you would. Okay, students, it's your chance to clap for your parents. A huge thank you to parents and loved ones. Over the last 16 months, you've had to learn to be teachers and learn a new way how school is delivered, which was new for all of us. Thank you for keeping your sons and daughters on task 24/7 and for your persistence in helping our students stay directed, on task, logged in, and alert and awake in the morning to help them succeed in their classes. So let's give the parents a round of applause, please. Come on. Finally, most importantly, the reason why we're here, thank you to our students. Students, over the last 16 months, you've had to learn to become independent learners and forced to grow up quickly. You have learned technical skills and applications that have made you 21st century learners and perfected life skills that will serve you well at Proctor High School next year and in the years beyond. So proud of our students. Give them a round of applause if you will. You guys did a great job this year. Let's stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I would like to introduce Mr. Louis Lapola, the Board of Education President. Mr. Lapola is the President of the Utica City District School Board, Board of Education. During this time, Mr. Lapola has provided key leadership and managerial expertise to benefit all aspects of the district's operation. Formerly, Mr. Lapola served as the mayor of Utica for several terms spanning 12 years. His interest and expertise in public affairs and service to the students of the Utica City School District is unsurpassed. And actually, we were just talking over lunch. Mr. Lapola mentioned that he's been on the school board since 1997, so that is 25 years. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Louis Lapola.
He's so tall, isn't he? Welcome, everyone, to the students that are moving up and going on to Proctor. to the parents that took time enough to come to the moving up ceremony, and to all that have thought that this is an important day for somebody they really care about. You know, this is my third assembly at Kennedy, outside, and there's one more to go. I have never been in a school this long, Mr. Clark, but I think it's worth it to see the smiles on so many faces today. And as Mr. Clark said, it's we never thought we'd have an assembly like this in person, but we came through. This has been a tough school year for all of us, for the superintendent, Mr. Clark, the teachers, the parents, and certainly you students. Because you had to work in person and online for so many months, 16 months to be exact. And we've been through a lot. This is an unprecedented time. It's uncharted waters and certainly unclear direction and guidance from many local officials as to what we're supposed to do. Wear a mask, don't wear a mask, 6 feet, we're going to go remote, we're not going to go remote. But these young people accepted it all. But we have reached today a point that we never thought we'd see back last September. And that's an in-person graduation. You know, it means something to receive your certificate rather than remote in person with those people who love you in the bag, showing their support by being present today. You know, a life is a big adventure and never follows a guidebook. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Some of us would like to know, some of us would not. And that's what the graduates have to realize. You don't know what's going to happen. We're going to make you so happy at Proctor, but you don't know. You're going to have new friends, and new courses, and new things to do as you continue on your life ahead of you. But I think thank yous are in order. First of all, the superintendent of the school, Mr. Karam. Mr. Karam oversees 13 buildings, almost over 11,000 students. You know, when they compare Utica with other school districts like New York Mills, they have 483 from the K through 12. So you can understand it's important to have the captain of the ship know where he's sailing, and that was Mr. Carroll. And Mr. Clark, he was just appointed the principal of JFK. I want to thank the teachers and the parents and the students for making him feel so comfortable, because I have found over the last few years he is a very caring, compassionate, and understanding person. And that means a lot to all of our students. And the board works together. We have to follow directions. Some people don't like the decisions that we make, but we have to do it to keep our students healthy and safe and happy. And we did the best job we could in steering through this pandemic crisis. And of course, the unsung heroes of this district are our teachers. You know, the other day I was in an elementary school, and I said, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a scientist. And no one said they want to be a teacher, because we need dedicated people. And I can understand why. Look, the pay is low. The teachers are overworked. We do the best job we can to make them comfortable, but they're truly dedicated and they want to provide a good environment for your children too. And of course, back there we have the patience and understanding of our parents. You know, thank you to the grandparents, the aunts, the uncles, the cousins, the friends, to keep these young people on remote so that they could be here at this in-person graduation. But most of all, it's all about the students here and your willingness to deal with the unexpected. Did you really think that you wouldn't have to go in person to school for over 16 months. None of us thought. You missed your friends, you missed your clubs, you missed your sports. But these things happen. You have to deal in life with the unexpected. And there are going to be a lot of things that you're not going to be able to control. But you have to get through them. You know, happiness is there if you let it be. Some days I think you just have to create the sunshine. This morning at 8:30 it looked kind of dreary and rainy. And Mr. Clark said, we're just going to hope for that sunshine. And that sunshine is here for our 1 o'clock ceremony. I think the most important thing is to the students to never stop believing. Always feel that you can be the best. Always feel that there are better days ahead. Always feel you're doing something for yourself to have a lifetime in which you're happy and you'll make all of these people in the back happy. And parents, thank you for your support. It means a lot to see your child receive his moving up ceremony and how proud they are to know that some of you are back there. And sometimes somebody couldn't come. We can't judge because sometimes the unexpected happens even in their families. So I'm not going to speak any longer. All I'm going to say is stay well, stay happy, have a great summer, and God bless. Thank you.
Presentation of graduates. At this time, we will present the students of the John F. Kennedy class of 2021. Parents, just so you know, we have a staff photographer here, Mr. Schruppel. We'll be taking pictures of the students. We will make those available to you in the coming weeks. Also, we have Mrs. Roberts, who is videoing all of the ceremonies today. All of the ceremonies, along with the videos that you watched prior to coming in this morning, will be on the school website tomorrow. Okay, just so you know. All right. Cariana McLean. Cariana, did you want to take a picture without your mask on?
You can take it down.
Yeah. Students, when you come up for your picture, remember you can take your mask down, okay, please?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Kyle McReynolds. O'Neil Medina. Ayana Mahias.
Oh, wait, Ayana, go a little bit. Wait, you were too fast. Okay.
Mohammed. Bradley Meza Simpkins. Sean Miles. Sharif Manandwa. Hiba Mohammed.
Wait, how about
Felix Molina Jr. Tu Ku Mu. Muhammad Jamil. Amala Muhammad. Tamara Mukic. Aideen Munyakovich. Zoe Muntz. Saban Mushkic. Armin Mustafik.
Good job, Armin.
Reem Najee. Razi Noali. Jeremiah Ney. Dominic Nieves. Asael Alivo Martinez. Sophia Osborne. Ariel Ortero. Michael Packett. Julian Padilla. Aliyah Papasso. Natalie Parsasso. Luciani Paulino. Tar Na Pa. Kui Pa. Jalil Peak. Sounds like Jalil's got a thankful back there. Leilani Pedroza. Ayana Pemberton. Jonathan Pike. Dominic Pepperata Jr. Angela Pulliam. Elif Kerkuz. Zarlashta Rahim Jan. Sunati Reed. Jawan Rebel. Raquel Rios.
No, wait. There you go.
Marco Rivera Ramirez. Vanessa Palick. Mohammed Murshid. Duncan Riviere Beatty. Joan Eileen Rodriguez. Jose Rodriguez.
Nope, wait.
Diavon Cottrell. Diavon? Okay. Diavon Cottrell.
Wait.
Put another picture.
Good.
Good job, sweetie.
How about a round of applause for all of our students? Students, please stand if you would. Mr. Karam, Mr. LaPola, members of the school board, administration, I hereby attest that these students have met state and district requirements and have successfully completed their 8th grade education here at John F. Kennedy Middle School. All of these students have earned all rights, responsibilities, and privileges to be promoted to 9th grade. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce the John F. Kennedy class of 2021. Give them a round of applause. You guys can turn around and look at your parents as you practice. Wave to your parents, find your loved one. There you go. Somebody's here for you. Good job, guys. Have a seat. Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to make a few brief comments before we end today. We have great kids here at JFK. I am proud and honored to be the principal at JFK and really have enjoyed getting to know this great group of kids. I have been continually impressed with how polite, fun-loving, respectful, well-meaning, and friendly our students have been as we have moved to in-person learning over the last few months. This year has been heartbreaking for those of us who care about kids and have watched as our students had to sit home for over a year with little or no interaction in the way that a 12 or 13-year-old person should have. At this time, these students have inspired me during this period. Students have become 21st century learners. Our students have been compliant, resourceful, adaptable, and become technology experts and can do things as students that we as adults cannot do. Do you guys think you learned anything this year?
A little bit.
Let me tell you what you learned. Your parents probably don't know what this is. You've learned Zoom, Google Meet, Google Classroom, Whiteboard, Buzz, Smartboard, YouTube, Chromebooks, adaptive software, hybrid learning, remote learning, differentiated instruction, synchronous learning, Wi-Fi, MiFi, Nearpod, chatboards, digital readiness, logging on, logging off, restarting, refreshing, updating software, StudySync, Mathia, iReady, Kahoot, Candy, Jamboard. You get my point? Yeah. This is just touching the edge of the educational iceberg. Chances are, students, that you know what all these things are, and your parents probably don't know what they all are, okay? Students, as you grow, your technology expertise and the gap between you and the generations above you will give you a great advantage in the 21st century. I've also been astounded in how cooperative our students have been over the last few months with very difficult health and safety rules, okay? We soon hope to never hear words again like social distancing, masks, sanitizer wipes, pandemics, contact tracing, symptom questionnaires, hybrid learning, visors, rapid testing, and temperature checks. Do we agree on that one or not? Yeah. Students missed out on time to interact, participate in after-school activities, and the fun that is part of school. Students need to work on the following skills going forward: collaboration and verbal communication, unplugging, getting involved, talking instead of typing, joining activities, getting outside, socializing and reconnecting with friends and families, person to person. Students learned how to complete an education almost completely online this year. Almost all colleges and training programs nowadays offer complete remote degrees, and many workplaces are now offering employees to work remotely. Students, you can do almost anything nowadays as it relates to your education. You can submit assignments in endless amounts of ways. You can research from an endless amount of resources, talk to text, browse the net, translate any two languages almost instantaneously, check your Google Classroom, video chat or tutor with just about anybody, anywhere, at any time. You can also share and access any document, song, picture, video, whatever you've ever had, you can access that almost instantaneously. You can now do anything to get your work done and to complete your education. There are no restrictions or boundaries on you achieving whatever you want. You can do your homework now on your phone or Chromebook at Walmart, and class assignments and resources are always available to you at any time, 24/7. So I'm gonna leave you guys with 4 words of advice, okay? You guys know I was a guidance counselor at Proctor for 10 years, and you guys are all going there next year. And you're probably a little anxious. Are you guys a little anxious about going to Proctor? Most people are. It's a big place, okay? So I have just 4 words of advice for you going there, okay? Number 1, go to school every day. Attendance is the key to success in life and the key to success in high school. It is also one of the most fun times in your life. Pretty soon you will be working, going to college, and will have families of your own. Don't miss out on the fun times and try new things. Proctor has endless amounts of activities that will reconnect you to friends. Number 2, be nice to others. There's nothing more important than keeping goodness in your heart and being polite, nice, and respectful. The world will treat you well if you treat others the way you would like to be treated. Number 3, do your best and don't quit when things get tough. If you can handle the last 15 months, you are tough enough to handle just about anything that life will give to you. Finally, I'll end with this, number 4, don't change. You are great just the way you are. I am proud to be your principal and proud of all that you have accomplished. Over the next 4 years, I'm looking very encouraged to see how you will do when you go to Proctor High School. You will be the Proctor High School class of 2025, okay? So, good luck to you. You're gonna do great, and don't be anxious, you're gonna do fine. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause for the John F. Kennedy class of 2021. You guys want to get out of here? You want to go back into school? You want to get out of here? Students, please stand if you would. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for the John F. Kennedy class of 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming this afternoon. That concludes our ceremony. Students will now be dismissed down to the bus circle where you can greet them, okay? Thank you for coming. Have a great day and enjoy your well-deserved festivities. Thank you.